From Red Zone Weather in Bruton, Alabama, with meteorologist Spinks Meganson. A tropical weather update starts right now.
12 p.m. in the east, 9 a.m. out west, and 11 a.m. here in South Alabama and Northwest Florida, where we now have a new tornado warning that's just been issued for parts of northern Mobile County and southern and central parts of Washington County. Good Monday morning to you. I'm meteorologist Spinks Meganson. This is the latest tornado warning in a slew of warnings that we have had over the last few hours, and this warning is for parts of Mobile and Washington counties here in southwest Alabama. Possible tornado is going to be very near the U.S. Highway 45 corridor, near or just south of Citronelle, near Gulf Crest in northern Mobile County, lifting off to the north. And so this possible tornado is going to move very near the community of Citronelle over the next 5 minutes before moving into Washington County in areas south of Chatham near the Highway 17 corridor. This tornado warning has just come on the board over the last few moments. And again, this is for northern Mobile County, including areas near Citronelle. Possible tornado moving into Citronelle in northern Mobile County. And this tornado warning is in effect until 11:45 a.m. So again, current time is 11:02, and we've got about 45 more minutes on this as we continue to track a possible tornado in West Alabama. Let's go back over to the velocity view, and you can see why the Weather Service has chosen to trigger this tornado warning box that's in effect until 11:45 local time. Possible tornado is very near Citronelle, right in through here, and it's going to be moving off to the north at about 35 miles per hour. So this thing is wasting no time, lifting off to the north very quickly. And so we would encourage everyone in Citronelle, Alabama, if you know someone in Citronelle, Alabama, call them, text them, tag them in the comments below, and let them know that they are now under a new tornado warning until 11:45 due to a possible tornado moving into areas near Citronelle from the south. This is going to be out of Mobile County in about 10 minutes or so. It will be exclusively an issue for Washington County. But right now, the possible tornado is very near the U.S. Highway 45 corridor, just to the south of Citronelle in northern Mobile County. Let's actually go to a different source and show you this warning polygon, because again, this is a situation where we have northern Mobile County and southern and central Washington County involved in a tornado warning. However, the city of Mobile, Pritchard, and areas near Saraland are not involved. So many locations in Mobile County are not involved in this new tornado warning. This is specifically for areas near Gulf Crest and Citronelle and points north into Washington County. If you're in Washington County, let's talk about who's in and who's out in that county, because Washington County is a large county by area over in West Alabama. If you are in Deer Park or areas near Sunflower, you are involved in this active tornado warning in Washington County. You've also got Tibby, Seaboard, Topton, and also areas near Sims Chapel and Dwight. This is U.S. Highway 45 that connects Mobile back up to State Line, Mississippi. But we're talking about central Washington County under this new tornado warning that's valid until 11:45 a.m. Possible tornado is down here in the northern part of Mobile County. And again, this is U.S. Highway 45. Gulf Crest is here. Possible tornado is going to be right here, very near Citronelle. And so again, if you know someone in Citronelle, tag them in the comments below and let them know what's going on, as we have a possible tornado moving in from the south. We'll show you what's happening across our local area, because we've got this big area of heavy rain that continues really in two main lines per se. You've got heavy rain happening extending from Georgiana back down to Brooklyn, all the way back down to the Northwest Florida beaches very near Fort Walton and Destin. That's band of rain number one, producing torrential downpours of rain. But what's happening here, you've got a secondary band on the back edge of this area of precip that has prompted the tornado warning for northern Mobile County, valid for Gulf Crest and areas near Citronelle. And the Weather Service sending me a message just now, as of 11:05 a.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado on the ground was located at Citronelle. The forward speed has increased. This tornado is moving off to the north at 45 miles per hour. So this is quickly going to become an issue for Washington County very, very quickly. By the way, some good news to pass along. Let's go back over to our watch warning map. If you are in Gulf Crest, because this thing is moving so quickly, we can give you an all clear. So again, Gulf Crest points south, you get an all clear. Already done. You can come out of that tornado hiding place if you are at Gulf Crest. Citronelle in northern Mobile County and points north near Dwight, near areas like Topton and Seaboard in Washington County. Those areas remain under the gun from this tornado warning. Let's go back over to the radar and show you exactly where we're seeing this circulation center on radar. And it's right in through here. This is certainly becoming weaker as time goes on. That's good news, at least according to the radar signature. But nonetheless, there still could be a tornado down at very near Citronelle, moving just like that to the north. Looking at this on the radar, I wouldn't be surprised if the warning is canceled early for Washington County, but with a signature like that about to emerge into the southern part of Washington County, you have to have your tornado safety plan implemented. In other words, you have to stay sheltered until we can definitively give you an all clear. And again, for the communities of Topton, Seaboard, areas near Sunflower, also areas near Dwight, you've also got Vinegar Bend right in through here, the Alabama Highway Alabama Highway 17 corridor that extends from Vinegar Bend and Deer Park back up to areas near Millread. Those are the zones involved in this tornado warning that is valid until 11:45 local time. Back over to the classic reflectivity view. This is the only tornado warning that we have on the board for any part of South Alabama or Northwest Florida as of 11:07 a.m., but we could have more warnings over the next few hours. Let's go back over to our graphics system and show you that we have an ongoing tornado watch for our entire local area, valid until 4 p.m. We may, unfortunately, get another tornado watch later today. We'll see if they extend the tornado watch, and don't forget, a flash flood watch does continue for our entire local area. But the imminent call to action at this point is over here in Washington County, Alabama, where we have an active tornado warning. This thing is very quickly going to cross the line out of Mobile County into Washington County very shortly. And I have had no reports as I scroll through here on Twitter and also on our Facebook community tab. I do not see anything in the way of damage from this area so far, but that doesn't mean that damage hasn't happened. Sometimes you can have a delay in the damage reporting when you have a brief spin-up tornado like this. So again, we're calling everyone in Citronelle at this point, remain sheltered for the next 3 to 5 minutes, and I'll be able to give you an all clear. If you're at Gulf Crest, you previously were included in this tornado warning along the US Highway 45 corridor near Gulf Crest and just north of Chinchula. But at this point, you are outside of the tornado warning polygon as the threat has clearly shifted to your north. And so we previously gave Gulf Crest an all clear. We'll be able to give Citronelle an all clear in about 2 to 3 minutes at this point, because clearly this storm is rapidly moving into Washington County. Let's go back over to the velocity view here on the iPad. Because this is really becoming harder to see on radar. It's still there, no doubt about it. This thing is rotating like a top, just like that, and there could be a brief spin-up tornado in through here on the eastern side of Citronelle. Let's watch it. You'll see the signature was much more defined, and it has become weaker over time, and that's what we expect with these tropical-induced tornadoes due to hurricane, or what was Hurricane Ida. It's now Tropical Storm Ida, centered over Mississippi, very near the capital city of Mississippi, of Jackson. And again, this possible tornado is likely moving into Washington County right now, very near the Boykin Wildlife Management Area, which is on the southern end of Washington County. We'll go back over to our watch warning map. And again, if you are at Dwight, Boykin Wildlife management area is this big area of land in through here. Sims Chapel sits right here. Here's Topton, Seaboard. This is going to be Alabama Highway 17. This is US 45 right here. All of those areas in south central Washington County, you need to be implementing that tornado safe plan over the next 5 minutes, as there is a circulation right in through here moving just like that, straight up this warning polygon into the heart of Washington County. We'll see if the Weather Service decides to keep this warning going. Here's a bit of good news I can tell you. Let's go back to the classic radar view. If you are in northern Mobile County, if you are in, again, you have to be in Mobile County. I'm not talking about Washington County. If you are in this part of the polygon, we can give you an all clear at this point. Citronelle, we can give you an all clear. So if you're in Citronelle, you can come out of that hiding place at this point and go back to resume your normal life. Keep in mind, more tornado warnings possible over the next few hours, but the imminent tornado threat at Citronelle has officially come to an end as the circulation has crossed into Washington County at this point. And I think you'll see that reflected in just a minute. I bet the National Weather Service will issue a polygon update canceling that part of the polygon out, because again, your possible tornado is now in southern Washington County, and there is no more imminent tornado danger for Citronelle. So all clear at this point for Citronelle, and it looks like this circulation that's existing a bit to the north of the initial circulation that the Weather Service warned for has ramped up, and we may get a new tornado warning potentially for parts of Washington and Clark County that could look something like that. Now, there's no warning out at this point for McIntosh, Jackson, or Leroy, but I'm putting you on notice. You may get a new tornado warning for parts of eastern Washington and western Clark County over the next little bit. We'll see if that new area of circulation flares up. Keep in mind, areas just to the west of McIntosh out here, south of Highway 56, are involved in that tornado warning for the initial cell. But again, watching a new developing area of circulation that has emerged from the tornado warning in through here. All right, good news to pass along. The northern Mobile County part of this tornado warning is now gone. And so, like we said a minute ago, we can give you an all clear. If you're at Citronelle, you can see this polygon has been updated. If you're just now catching this video by chance on Facebook, Gulfcrest and Citronelle are now out of the tornado warning. This is now exclusively an issue for Washington County, Alabama, Deer Park, Topton, Seaboard, areas south of Highway 56, and mainly areas east of Alabama Highway 17, south of Chatham, involved in this tornado warning. The Weather Service indicating on NWS chat that they are monitoring these circulations in Washington County. We'll go back over to the velocity view. They are noting that they are watching this area of concern that we just highlighted to you near and just west of McIntosh. This is going to be moving just like that. And so on that trajectory, if you are at Wagerville or Leroy, just giving you an early heads up, you may get a tornado warning from the National Weather Service in the next few moments. They're watching this to see if it's going to hold its strength. Rotating thunderstorm right in through here, just to the west of McIntosh, west of Highway 43 in Washington County, Alabama, I should say, moving just like that. And so that could be an issue for St. Stephen's, Wagerville, and Leroy, potentially over the next few moments. We'll watch that with time. Let's actually go back to our traditional reflectivity view here so that you can get a good idea of what's happening across our region. Only one part of one county is involved in an active tornado warning at this point, and that is Washington County, Alabama. That is the only tornado warning in the whole state right now. And over the next few hours, we're going to continue to see more storms, most likely just like this, that ramp up very quickly and likely go away just as quick. This is not going to be a tornado warning that lasts very much longer, most likely in Washington County. But we are watching a separate line of storms that's now moving into Covington County and also extending down into Okaloosa, moving into Walton County. You can see that the part of the line down here near Destin has really moved faster than the part of the line up here in Covington County. And this part of Escambia County, Alabama, near Dixie, Damascus, back up to Loango and Covington County, areas near Brooklyn, they are near Boggs and Boulders. Very heavy rain continues with that first band of thunderstorms. But no tornado warnings on that first line, but we do have a tornado warning on this second batch of thunderstorms moving through our area associated with what is left of Hurricane Ida, now a tropical storm situated over Mississippi. That's where the center of Ida is at this point. And again, this is the only tornado warning that we have on the board. Let's switch over to our mobile radar so that we can get a better vantage point of this cell. Because again, the concern at this point is at Sims Chapel, Topton, also areas near Tibby, Hawthorne, and Sunflower in Washington County, Alabama. Please understand, these are all very small communities, but we know that folks live out here, and this is an imminent threat to life and property, and thus we encourage everyone in Washington County to please be in that tornado safe place if you're included in this polygon. So again, watching this situation over in Washington County, Alabama, as we continue to track this area of rotation that currently is near McIntosh. Looking at, again, a few more sources here to see what we've got going on, and I don't see any new messages in the NWS chat feed. Certainly want to thank everyone who sent in viewer photos and videos today. Those are immensely helpful on days like today when it's hard to discern exactly what's happening on radar. But nonetheless, the only warning that we have on the board at this point is for Washington County, Alabama, due to that right there. And I realize it may not look like much, but that is a possible tornado very near or just to the west of McIntosh, moving off to the north. Again, there's your polygon, your warning polygon. Here's your radar. And just looking down to see if we have anything in the way of damage here. It has been a long morning. We have had several tornado warnings over the last several hours. First one of the day in Washington County, first one of the entire event for Washington County. And specifically, this is in effect for areas near McIntosh and points back to the west, near the Alabama Highway 17 corridor. We're going to see if the Weather Service keeps this going. I would imagine that they will for the next few minutes due to this area of rotation just to the west of McIntosh, but most likely if that weakens, they'll let this warning go early. Technically, this goes until 11:45 a.m. I don't see it lasting that long, most likely. They'll probably cancel it before that, but as a course of least regret, it certainly is a good thing to have the warning in place with a signature like what we're seeing on the velocity view. Here is the area of concern at this point. You can see if I back this up, right in through there. Actually, let me take down that banner so you can see this a little bit better. We'll back this up. Right in through here was your initial tornado warned storm. That is now gone. There's no doubt about it with the radar angle at this point. This northern circulation has certainly taken precedent, and this is a possible tornado coming into areas near Wagerville over the next few minutes. We'll see if the Weather Service decides to issue a new tornado warning box for areas near Wagerville, St. Stephen's, and also areas in Leroy, or near Leroy, I should say, in Washington County, Alabama. Again, this is the only tornado warning that we have for any part of South Alabama or Northwest Florida as of 11:18 a.m. And by the way, when you see me looking down at the iPad, at the phone, at the computer, what I'm doing is looking at our sources to see if we have any new imminent warnings or any new threats across our region. It is a constant battle, I guess you could say, to stay ahead of the information. And so, pardon me if I'm looking away from the camera. I'm just gathering the latest information to see exactly what we've got going on at all times. We are expecting, by the way, more in the way of potentially severe thunderstorms capable of producing tornadoes over the next few hours. Let's go to our graphics system and show you that we have this ongoing level 2 out of 5 severe weather risk. This is not going to be a day when we have long-track violent tornadoes, but we are expecting more in the way of these brief spin-up tornadoes that don't last very long. And you see where the core tornado risk is today. It's right in here over the top of our area. This includes basically Demopolis to areas just south of Montgomery, Troy, points south down to the Alabama and Northwest Florida beaches involved in this higher tornado risk. And that is why we have an ongoing tornado watch for all of our local counties valid until 4 o'clock. And it's a good reminder that we may get more in the way of these thunderstorms that ramp up briefly to produce tornadoes, just like what we're seeing here in Washington County. We'll zoom in on the affected area because the circulation center, if there is a circulation in here, appears to be strongest near Hawthorne, back up to State Highway 56, coming into areas near Sunflower. All right, good news. The tornado warning has been canceled. So this warning is now off of the board. The Weather Service, in their assessment, believes that this is more of a gusty wind situation in Washington County. Let's show you that on velocity. There was the area of concern that we were watching that's really coming into Leroy and Wagerville at this point, but the tornado warning polygon has been canceled, and so there's no more tornado warning for any part of South Alabama or Northwest Florida as of 11:21 a.m. So we have had numerous tornado warnings over the last several hours, with more potentially on the way. And again, this is a tornado warning that was for Washington County. Thanks so much for watching our coverage. We will have more updates over the next several hours in the Red Zone weather app. You can see what's coming: more rain, more thunderstorms likely in the hours ahead. On behalf of all of us at Red Zone Group LLC, I'm meteorologist Spinks Meganson saying goodbye for now. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and I'll try to get to those in just a little bit.
Be sure to find us across social media, and don't forget to download the free Red Zone Weather app and set up your customized alerts. Please support our Red Zone weather sponsors who make our coverage possible every single day.